Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Kristen and this is Growing Zone 9B, where we talk about all kinds of things like mental health, gardening, just overall wellness. So today's little brief topic that I just wanted to touch base on, I was putting on some makeup today, getting ready to do one of my jobs, and I realized that the top of my head is actually peeling. And the reason why that is because we've been outside enjoying the sun, been enjoying the garden, been out on the jet ski and the boat, and I have actually not been doing something that I need to do, which is put on sunscreen. So I just wanted to briefly touch base that here in Zone 9B, you definitely need to be following through on some sunscreen. And I know for a lot of people that could be a very touchy subject because some people don't really like the idea of sunscreen, and I agree. I think that there's a lot of sunscreens out there that are probably not the best for your skin and may actually cause some issues that we don't want to have. So I'm not going to touch base on that piece of it though. I'm going to first show you what I am actually using when I do use it. So this is the brand that I use. I will put it up in the video so that you guys can actually see it as well. I do like this company, and when I do use it, I do like it. It is a thick cream, as you can see. It's very thick. It will definitely leave your face kind of white, but the thing about it is that it'll actually blend in, and I do like it. I think it's a really good company so far. I've been using this now for a couple of months when I actually do use it, and it does say on here best if used within 8 months after opening. So this is a tallow based product. It has a lot of vitamins, minerals that actually feed your skin to help repair it and make it like soft and nice. So I do like using tallow. I think that that's a natural way to approach skincare. Now this is a 2 ounce, and this is sufficient for me because it's so thick and wonderful. Then in the evenings after I've been, out doing, yard work or out in the water, this is the same company, and they have a vanilla almond tallow balm. This is a 4 ounce. Again, this is a beautiful product. I actually love the smell of this. I know some people don't like that type of smell, but I really am sensitive to scent and smells and aromas, so I'm really cautious, but this one is absolutely beautiful. So it reminds me of like a cookie or something, so I really like the way that it smells. I think it's quite lovely. Again, this is another tallow based product. You're gonna get the same beautiful vitamins and minerals that your skin needs to help repair. Now this isn't for everybody because there are folks out there that I know that are vegan that would not agree with these types of skin products. So that's why I just wanted to touch base really quick on some alternatives, because I was actually asked a question on from one of my friends, hey, what do you use, and is it like vegan based, or how do you guys use it? So the first one that you could use potentially, and this is just food for thought literally, and that's coconut oil. Coconut oil has about a 20% block in it, sunblock in it, for getting those nasty ultraviolet rays coming through your skin. Now obviously with anything that I say, I always tell you all to do your own research. Don't just base what I'm saying for fact. Like, you do what is best for you and your family. So this is just something that we keep here. I buy, you guys have seen me cooking with it, I buy the big container, and we get that at Costco. It is organic, and so that is something that you could actually use. Now 20% here in Zone 9B really isn't much. You would probably need something a little bit more intense, but I would say something is better than nothing. So if you have it, I would say go ahead and try to use it. The next thing that we have is going to be raspberry oil. Now raspberry oil actually has a decent amount of SPF in it, and I think that that's really important. A lot of people don't know that about raspberry oil, that it's like, unlike coconut oil, in some ways, because this raspberry oil actually potentially has between 28 and 50% SPF block for the UV rays. So I think kind of upgrading it to a raspberry oil might be actually what you may want to consider. The next one is shea butter. So now these aren't necessarily listed in an order of like higher SPF, but it's just things to take into consideration and obviously do your own research. So I would say that shea butter has the least amount because it's only 4 to 6 SPF. And coconut oil is actually much more richer in antioxidants, and so that's just something to take into consideration when you're trying to think about how you'd like to protect your skin. Now, if you were just using it for like an everyday lotion, then shea butter might be it, because then you're kind of always got a little bit of protection, which again, here in Florida, that's not really much because we get quite a bit of sun. But if you're just going to be inside or something like that, and you just kind of want to protect yourself for those moments that you're stepping outside, that may be something to take into consideration. All right, the next one and the final one that I actually have on my list of things to talk about today is going to be sesame oil. So sesame oil actually has about 30% protection, and you just layer it on before stepping out into the sun, and then utilize it. Now, obviously, if you're going to be in the water, you're going to want to put that probably on quite frequently. It's not going to be like your other products such as like Neutrogena, or there's a brand that we do use that my fiance likes, and it is a spray bottle, and it's called Kiss My Face. That's one that he likes to use, but he does use Neutrogena as well. He is a little more sensitive to the UV rays than I am. He burns quite easily, whereas I don't necessarily burn like he does, but it's regardless of whether a burn factor. The reality is that we all here in Zone 9B need to be protecting ourselves, and we can't forget that, because you'll end up like me with peeling skin, or later on in life you may end up having, I think it's called Mohs surgery. You may end up having some type of surgery on your face. Honestly, for years I laid in a tanning bed, and I do mean like for years, probably 5 or more years I would go to a tanning bed because I worked and I always wanted that beautiful tan like I saw other people having, so I would end up going to the tanning bed. So at some point in my life, I'm going to pay for those decisions when I was younger. And my parents did try to warn me and tell me stop doing it. But, you know, sometimes you have to learn lessons the hard way. And I hope that this is not one of those times that I will end up learning lessons that will be detrimental. Because when you're young, sometimes you don't think. So I'm hoping that at this point I reach a younger audience. I want to be able to share this information with a lot of people, just because I have younger nephews. My oldest is in middle school, and so I just want to make sure that when he's here, we are putting something natural on him and my other nephews as much as possible to try to protect them, and just let them know that no matter what your age is that you do need to be taking some form of protection. So my number one go-to as far as a natural product that's not tallow related and that is more geared towards vegan is definitely going to be the raspberry oil. So just take that into consideration the next time that you step out in the sun. Do something to protect yourself. And I'm not saying to avoid tanning beds, but I'm just saying that maybe here in Florida it's not something that you necessarily need. And then again, like I said, you know, sometimes getting caught up with what's in the media or how people look, just be yourself and love yourself and know that the color of your skin is how it's meant to be. So don't go seeking something that may cause you damage, is ultimately what I'm trying to say. All right, as always, everyone, thank you for spending time with me this morning. Love one another, be kind, and I will see you all in my next video. Thanks for watching.